Well, hello and welcome, all you fabulous freight masters out there. My name is Tim. This is Freight Master Resources, where we provide tips, tools, resources, industry news to help you grow and be more successful as a freight broker, carrier, or freight agent. Okay? So I apologize again this week. I have not been putting out as regular content as I would like. I have been so busy, y'all. I am a hot mess. I'm not even playing. But yeah, it's still feeling that energy, with everything kind of going on right now, which is why I wanted to do today's video on the topic, about the freight market and kind of where it's heading. I actually got a couple of reports. Unfortunately, I am not allowed to share them, but I do have some sort of parallel information that I can share. Okay. Yeah, I guess kind of without any further ado, we'll get into it. Again, if you're looking for the best in factoring, if you need a DAT code, if you need shipper leads, if you need to find carriers, okay, eCarrierCheck, they're down there. If there's a resource I don't have available for you guys and you need a recommendation, by all means, feel free to email me at freightmasterresources@gmail.com. I do keep that email monitored regularly throughout the day. So usually I'm good inside of that first hour, okay, depending upon what I got going on. Sometimes I'm a lot quicker than that, and it's just 5 minutes maybe, but usually inside of an hour. Now, if you email me at 3 a.m., you're probably not going to get a reply from me till morning, but anywho. The truckload market outlook looking less cloudy than it kind of was, after a dismal first quarter. Okay. This is something that we've kind of been sort of keeping our finger on the pulse of here since the downturn in the market. When are things going to improve? And everybody's asking me, and I'm just like, nobody really has a crystal ball, right? We can't see definitively into the future, but what we can do is look at the data, right? And kind of where things are trending, and all of that. So the truckload freight market is showing signs of improvement after a rough first quarter, according to industry and analysts and carrier executives. Okay. And we're going to break down the key takeaways. All right. Market sentiment is improving after a challenging Q1. Experts like Lee Klaskow of Bloomberg Intelligence point to a more positive outlook. This is supported by a rising freight market demand index from Truckstop and improved carrier sentiment. Okay. Supply side still a factor. While sentiment is up, concerns remain about excess truck capacity. Uber Freight cautions that a tighter market could emerge in the second half due to lower contract rates negotiated earlier. Okay. Excuse me. I am still battling something here, and I don't know why. I think it's because we've kind of had, at least where I'm at, it's like it's raining one day, and then it's, sort of these mild temperatures, and then all of a sudden it's hot. I have never been like sick this much in my whole life, and I don't know, it's getting at me. Anyway, moving on. Q1 was a low point, right? TFI International CEO Elaine Bedard, I hope I'm not slaughtering their name there, and American Trucking Association's chief economist Bob Costello confirms a sluggish first quarter with declining freight volumes. Okay. There's some reasons for optimism. Knight-Swift CEO Adam Miller highlights a potential balance between supply and demand as demand picks up and eats into excess capacity. Okay. Carriers more hopeful. A Bloomberg Truckstop survey shows carriers are cautiously optimistic, with a majority expecting better times ahead. and I'm going to elaborate on that a little bit after I get done going through these key points here. Okay. Rates on the rise. Truckload spot rates are expected to be positive year over year by Q3, according to Avery Weiss of FTR Transportation Intelligence. Contract rates are expected to stabilize by year end. Shipper demand up. Bank of America's truckload demand indicator points to the highest freight demand outlook since June of 2022, signaling a potential rise in shipments. Okay. Spot market heats up. Dry van spot volumes are up year over year with the load to truck ratio increasing. The refrigerated market is also seeing a boost driven by early season produce hauling. Okay. Contract market shows signs of life. Schneider CEO Mark Rourke reports positive contract price renewals, indicating a potential shift in the contract market. Overall, the truckload market isn't out of the woods yet, but there are positive signs suggesting a move toward a more balanced and potentially brighter second half of 2024. Okay. So that's a breakdown of the key points of the latest report. The report that I cannot share, like I can't send copies out to people or anything because it's very in depth, is basically across all equipment types, van, reefer, flatbed. The chart more or less looks almost parallel to what it looked like in the end of 2017 through 2018. The only difference being is that what was it, like Q4 of 2018, and correct me if my memory's off, but we had kind of a sharp drop off the end of 2018 as we moved into 2019, and everybody was like, what happened? So it's not predicted to look that way, but literally if you mirror those charts against each other, they're so similar. I mean, they're not right on top, but they're very, very close, right? Is the best way I can sort of visualize that for you. So I do think that, there is some optimism for kind of things ahead, right? I think that we'll really kind of start to heat up in 2025, but at least we're going to start to see some relief leading into 2025, I think, is the overall sentiment, from everybody looking at different data and things, I hope for everybody that's held in there, right, over the past 2 years and been able to, that, this little sign of relief is going to be helpful for everybody. How did everybody survive the blitz, by the way? I didn't really see too many hiccups with it myself personally. Capacity was where it should have been. I didn't really see, at least not in the lanes that I moved, I didn't see like a huge hiccup with rates, unfortunately. I would have liked to have seen, like we historically do kind of during the blitz, rates bump up a little bit for carriers because Lord knows you guys need it, right? I think the industry as a whole needs it. We've been building a lot of new carrier relationships. Some of you have reached out to me, kind of wanting to work together. We've seen, like I mentioned in one of my previous videos, Faith Logistics, had some carriers reach out to them as well. Again, fantastic brokerage to work with if you're a carrier looking to establish a relationship. So, by all means, if you need their contact information, just email me, let me know. I'll pop my email up again for you guys, just in case you missed it, earlier. You don't have to drag your cursor back on the video, right? Like I said, feeling a lot of good energy here lately, which is, like I said, kind of a godsend, because we've been in a down market the last 2 years. It's been sort of an unprecedented, the pandemic really kind of did its number on the industry, you know. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, again, please like, share, subscribe. If you guys have any comments, any suggestions for future videos or anything like that, like I said, leave a comment down below, shoot me an email. We've got to go grab some more customers right now. We've got some loads to move. We've got some contracts to fill out. It's going to be a busy Friday, right? So with that being said, I hope everybody has a great weekend. And as always, be kind to one another. Bye-bye now.